Welcome to the best robot vacuums of 2025.
We're giving awards to the best vacuums in different categories, and there's no sponsors.
All right, our first category is best value in the $400 to $700 range. And Ryan, this is where it gets really interesting because this is the sweet spot for a lot of people.
Well, yeah, because you're not breaking the bank like we did buying all these props.
And the winner this year is the Nova P10 Pro Ultra. And I gotta tell you, this robot is kind of blowing my mind with what it offers at this price.
Okay, so why is it so good?
So just a few years ago, robots in this price range had major compromises. Suction or obstacle avoidance, good pickup, but bad mopping. So the P10 Ultra, it's not perfect, but it's pretty good. It has 13,000 pascals of suction. That's almost flagship levels of performance.
The mopping performance is excellent with dual spinning mop pads, and the base station washes them with hot water. It actually cleans the mop pads pretty well.
But what about obstacle avoidance?
Well, it has an RGB camera that can recognize up to 70 different obstacle types. Shoes, socks, toys, even power cables, it can just navigate around all of them.
And in our testing, it was actually really impressive.
So Eric, you're telling me I can just leave my acceptance speech on the floor and the P10 will just vacuum around it?
That's right, because we have a no long speech policy on this show. But what about the price?
So we've seen it as low as the mid $400 range, but what's the runner-up, Eric?
It's the Eufy X10 Pro Omni. It's been on the market for a little bit, but at $499 and sometimes less, it's a really good value. It's got 8,000 pascals of suction, and the obstacle avoidance with AIC is legitimately top-notch.
And people like it?
Yes, it's got thousands of Amazon reviews with an average rating of 4.6 stars.
The next category is Best Mopping.
And this is an extremely competitive category with a lot of new contenders from Eufy, Dreamy, Ecovacs, and more.
And the winner is the Narwhal Flow. It just dominated the mopping category because this thing is different.
And different means good. Nobody else has this track roller mop design. It's unique even among roller mop vacuums. Instead of just spinning mop pads that push dirty water around, the Flow is literally applying clean, warm water through 16 nozzles while simultaneously scraping off the dirty water.
It's like a tiny Zamboni for your floors.
Whoa.
And who doesn't like a Zamboni, man?
But here's where it got really good. Remember that coffee test? We let it dry overnight until it was crispy and crusty.
The kind of stain that's still difficult for most robots, its performance left me in tears. You need a tissue?
Please. But what very few robots do well is detect the stain with AI. It went back and forth from the base station to clean its mop pads 5 times until the stain was completely gone.
Plus, hot water mop washing and drying. When something combines that kind of tech with actual real-world performance that you can see, that's why it won Best Mopping.
And the Flow is still eligible for more awards in this show, so stay tuned.
And if you want to keep up on the newest robot vacuums as they come out, get subscribed because we like to do deep dives.
And the next category is Best Robot for Pet Hair.
And the winner is the Ecovacs Dbot X11 Omni Cyclone. Got it.
So Ryan, let's talk about why the X11 absolutely sucked up the competition.
With short dog hair on carpet, it absolutely sucked it up better than any other robot we tested.
And what about with 10-inch long human hair?
Same thing. Even on carpet, it picked up all the hair every single time.
That's their newest Zero Tangle 3.0 technology. Their triple V brush structure and spiral comb design actively repels hair strands.
But here's what really makes it the best for pet owners. It was even better than its little brother, the Ecovacs X9 Pro.
That's because of the blast technology that has 19,500 pascals of suction. It's literally pulling hair out of carpet that other robots just sort of leave behind.
And in our ground-in sand test, it actually equaled the X9 in performance. And it has a bagless bin, so if you have multiple pets shedding everywhere, you're not constantly buying replacement bags that fill it up in days. Just empty it like a regular vacuum.
And aside from the bagless system, it's actually easier to maintain than most other robots. So we found very little hair gets tangled on the brush roll or the end attachment points. I've been testing it in my home for months, and it is a contender for Best Robot Vacuum of the Year. Links are down below and also on screen if you're watching on a smart TV.
All right, next up we have Best in Obstacle Avoidance. And this year it's kind of interesting because we have a tie. 2 robots nailed it.
And the winners are the Mova Z60 Ultra Roller Complete and the Mova V50 Ultra Complete.
So Eric, these two basically share the same DNA when it comes to navigation and obstacle avoidance.
That's right, they use the same sensor package.
Right, so both have retractable digital time of flight navigation sensors that can lower when going under furniture. They both have dual RGB cameras and 3D structured light, and cats are still knocking over things. In addition, they can both recognize up to 200 different obstacles, so cables, shoes, pet waste, you name it.
Pets.
Waste.
And in our testing, they both got perfect scores in our obstacle test. The V50 successfully navigated around every single obstacle in our test without touching it. And the Z60, it got a perfect score as well. Now that actually used to be pretty rare, but Mova, Dreamy, Roborock, and the other leaders have made huge advances in the last year.
And that's including the hardest test, the charging cables in the middle of the floor. Most robots just eat that like spaghetti. These completely left it alone.
But here's where they really blew the competition away. They can both climb thresholds like Spider-Man.
Whoa. Can they shoot webs?
They can clean up webs. The Z60 can cross a single layer threshold up to 1.9 inches, and the V50 up to 1.6 inches. And single layer is far more common than double, so that means in the real world, they hardly ever get stuck.
So if you've got a home with messy kids, pets, or significant others, both Movas are big winners.
The next category is the best budget robot under $400. And the winner here is the Roborock Q10 series.
What kind of money are we talking about here?
On sale, it's frequently under $300. Sure, it's not a flagship, but you're not getting the best of the best. But what you are getting is 10,000 pascals of suction, which just 2 years ago was actually flagship level performance.
And here's what blew my mind. It comes with its Vibra-Rise mopping system, and it can lift 8 millimeters above carpet.
So this is an older robot at the end of its production life cycle, right?
You know, surprisingly, it's not. They actually introduced this robot mid-2025, and it's really excellent, and its mopping is quite good.
But doesn't it crash into everything?
Yes and no. There's no camera on board, but it does have a LiDAR navigation, so it's pretty decent with furniture, and it's not going to fall down the stairs, but it will definitely run over cables and will probably bump into obstacles. So you'll need to move some stuff out of the way, but also Roborock's app is one of the best.
But there's got to be some downsides to this thing, right?
The base station doesn't wash or dry the mop pads, so you'll need to do it manually.
And now for our runner-up, the Eufy Omni C20. You can often find it for well under $400. It's a little bit older, but for a little bit more money than the Q10, you get more features. And it has over 54,000 reviews on Amazon with an average rating of 4.2 stars.
So what's really different from the Roborock?
So what's different is that it has dual spinning mop pads, and the mopping is actually quite good. In the base station, it does everything. It empties the dustbin, it washes the mop pads, and it dries them, and it refills the water tank. So it's got some more features, but it's less maintenance.
So why isn't it the winner?
Mainly because it's just a little bit more money.
Okay, so which one should people get?
If you want the best vacuuming performance for the money, the Q10 wins hands down. But if you want hands-off mopping and you're okay with spending a little bit more, the Eufy C20 is the better choice.
All right, Eric, the next category is the most advanced robot.
And the winner is... and it's the Roborock Saros Z70.
Okay, so that's the one with the baby arm, right?
Yes. This is the first ever robot with a mechanical robotic arm. It's called the OmniGrip, and it's really cool. It can pick up objects and move them to designated places.
But does it actually work?
So when it launched, it was hit and miss, but now with their new firmware updates, it picks up stuff pretty much every single time. And now it'll even pick up shoes, even though it's not supposed to.
Okay, but what's the catch?
So if you're in a hurry, it's just way faster to pick up stuff yourself beforehand, and it's kind of on the expensive side. However, I've seen it for as low as $1,400, and it might be even lower on Prime Day. Aside from the arm, it actually does everything really well. It's a great all-around performer. And we have a runner-up.
Yes, it is the Roborock Saros 10R. Now it uses the same Starsight navigation as the Z70, so there's no LiDAR turret on top. But that means it's also only 3.14 inches tall.
And it has 20,000 pascals of suction, the Duo Divide anti-tangle brush system, and it can lift its entire chassis to cross a 4 centimeter threshold. Its mopping and vacuuming are both excellent, and it has all the tech of the Z70, but with a bigger desk container, and it's more affordable.
Our next category is the best on carpets, and the winner is the Ecovacs D-Bot X9 Pro Omni.
So tell me, why does this particular robot win for carpets?
Well, Eric, that's because it has the best ground-in carpet pickup performance of any robot we have ever tested. It picked up over 80% of the sand we ground into the carpet, and that's the best overall score we've seen by any robot vacuum.
So how does it do that?
It's got this technology called Blast, and instead of just focusing on raw suction numbers like other vacuums usually do, it focuses on airflow. So you get 16,600 pascals of suction combined with a way better carpet dust removal.
It also has the Zero Tangle 3.0 system with the V-shaped main brush, and that means anti-tangle performance with pet hair and long hair is excellent. When we tested it on carpet and hardwood, there was basically nothing tangled.
You know, it also has excellent obstacle avoidance and navigation.
And so that's why it's our winner on carpets. Even though the Ecovacs X11 is better overall, the X9 was somehow just slightly better on carpets. And it costs less money too. And I gotta say, Ecovacs has come a long way in the last year. Drum roll, please. And now, for the moment you've all been waiting for, the best robot vacuum of 2025.
And the winner is the Narwhal Flow! Okay, so this thing beat everything we tested this year.
It did, and I've been using this robot in my home since March of this year. It is so good. First off, it's got a track roller mop, and it uses warm water applied through 16 nozzles. So as it's mopping, it puts down clean water and it scrapes dirty water off the floor at the same time. And the roller track style mop gives it a wider mopping footprint. And that means it actually mops up stains instead of just moving the dirt around. In our coffee stain test, it went back to the base station 5 times to clean the mop. And when it was done, it got every single bit of the stain.
I mean, that sounds great, but what about carpet?
Well, let me tell you. It has 22,000 pascals of suction, and it has really good anti-tangle. And for obstacle avoidance, it successfully avoided charging cables, shoes, fake pet poop, everything. And it's also really quiet, just 55 decibels in normal mode. And on Amazon, it has a 4.2 rating. And its AI performance in terms of finding dirt and cleaning it up is really, really good.
I mean, that sounds awesome, but what was our runner-up?
That is the Ecovacs D-Bot X11 Omnicycle. And honestly, the margin was razor thin. Or should I say, waffle thin. The X11 is also an exceptional robot. Mopping performance is excellent, carpet performance is excellent, and obstacle avoidance is excellent too. The only reason it came in second place is because occasionally it gets stuck on doormats. And the Flow hardly ever got stuck. It just worked so well, and it's great with pet hair.
To check out our vacuum tier list video, click here.